In this video, I'm going to show you a Y strainer on a double check that you do not want to use. And I know some guys are going to see this and they're going to think, well, that's your opinion. And really it is my opinion what I'm going to show you, but it's my professional opinion. I've been installing irrigation systems and doing a lot of this kind of work, putting in backflows, repairing stuff for a long time. Well, over 15 years. I've learned a few things in that amount of time. Do I know everything? No, I don't know everything, and I wouldn't even say that I'm the best at it. There's some guys here in my own town that are pretty good irrigators. But I did this channel to share the things that I've learned and share that professional opinion that I have that helps other people maybe do things a little bit different, maybe do things a little bit better than the way they've either always done it or somebody's taught them to do it this way. But let me show you this Y strainer, and I do not recommend you using this Y strainer on a double check. Let me show you something. So I'm over here doing some repair work, and I lifted up this box and noticed that this is the double check. And I want you to see this Y strainer here. You can see there's the double check. Test cocks are upright, which is good. It's a good way of doing it. But this Y strainer, and I'm not going to stick my hand in there. There's cobwebs everywhere. But this is a plastic Y strainer. Guys, look at it upside down there. This is the type of Y strainer you'd like to use on your drip system. So coming out of your valve, this would be a good one to use. It's not a pressure regulated one like some other videos that I've done. But this is typically, that's where this is used, is after valve, going to a drip zone or something like that. I've been told these are not rated to be under pressure all the time. Well, guess what? This is under pressure all the time. I believe them. I've seen these break, I've seen these leak real bad, and it's because they're really not meant to be used in this application. Now, these are cheap, and that's why guys like to use them. They're cheap and easy to put in, but I'm telling you, if you're a licensed guy or a technician, licensed irrigator or a licensed technician, or working for somebody and they want to do it like this, I want you to recommend or suggest that you use a brass Y strainer right here with Schedule 80 fittings in between them, or even brass fittings. I mean, you can sometimes between the Y strainer and the double check, I'll use a brass fitting there and Schedule 80 coming out of it. But this is going to be very prone to freezing and cracking and breaking. I've fixed a bunch of them, and I noticed this one here today, and I'm going to mention it to them. Hey, when this goes bad or breaks, call me, and we'll come put it in a better way. If you are an installer, I really want to strongly suggest that you do not use these plastic Y strainers for a Y strainer before your double check. Here in the state of Texas, you got to have a Y strainer before the double check. Use a brass one. They're so much better, and really that's what they're meant for in this application. This is not meant for that. And some guys are going to say, oh, it works just fine, there's no big deal about it. But I'm telling you, and it might just be my opinion, but it is my professional opinion, this is not a good setup, not a good way to doing it. But if you're a homeowner and you're trying to work on your own stuff, don't do it like this. I'm going to tell you right now. It's going to be better. It might be better to call a licensed professional. We'll talk about that sometime. But it's also going to be better to use better stuff. I'd use a brass Y strainer here, not this plastic one. Gilly Staggs here, American Irrigator, trying to make you a better irrigator. Consider subscribing, that way you don't miss any tips.